Hey, this is Shrog with The Inspired, and this video is my Periscope live stream highlights. I had a 20-minute discussion earlier today, and I cut out the best parts for your viewing pleasure. As always, you can follow me on Periscope under the handle Inspire. That's Inspire with the Y, no E, where we discuss the market's top trends and biggest movers. One of the top trends for the last couple of days has been Twitter. I'd like to thank MGM4444 for his questions and comments that kept the discussion going. Let's get into it. Twitter took another little dip today, but it closed green. So I'm looking at it to kind of bottom out around 30, but it's one of those things where it's going to be tough to judge. Twitter, the reason why Twitter hasn't raised with Periscope launch is because they have to actually provide the information, how many monthly active users, how much their actual user base is growing in their next earnings report for guidance for the upcoming year. And that's what I think will help move it up in the right direction. And that's what Periscope will do for Twitter. But it's going to take to the earnings report. So right now, I'm looking at Twitter to be getting hit down harder until we get like a good Google rumor or a Facebook rumor that they're going to buy it out. That's what's going to cause Twitter to move up in that direction. But for now, yeah, this is true. A lot of people don't know about Periscope, and that's what's going to be key about Twitter and how they handle it, how they integrate it, because what I feel Twitter has to do is they kind of have to update their platform, allowing for live streaming. You know, they have Periscope, they have Vine, so they need to integrate those items more into their user base and how the consumers can use Twitter just outside of tweeting those 140 characters or something like that. It's kind of how an integrated thing, like right now on Twitter, all you're getting is a link to come on to here. You're not actually watching it in Twitter. And that's, I think, what will make it change. But short term, Twitter doesn't look like a good growth story right now. Long term, it's going to be good, but you're going to need that buyout rumor to get it back up over 36. Because right now, if you look at the past of the chart, the last time that they dipped this low, they had a previous earnings and then they went back up to 50. But that previous earnings that led it to 36, it showed that 36 was a support. So it went from 36 to 53 on good earnings. I know, a lot of people do. That's why it's still huge. But the thing is, short term, they don't have a good enough product. Like if you look at Facebook's numbers, Facebook, they're generating so much money off their they're generating so much revenue off their mobile advertising and their video advertising that it's making sense for advertisers to keep continuing back. So that's one of the things that Twitter has to kind of integrate better is video. Right now, video is lacking on there. Yeah, this is true. And Twitter needs to show that it can be at the breaking pace of news. Breaking news is always and usually found first on Twitter. Like if you look at the NBA, the trades, just the Lance Stevenson trade yesterday. But right now, they don't have user growth because everybody that's been in Twitter, they've been there since the beginning. I think advertising and general space of marketing still has a lot of growth in the digital age. And that's what it's going to really make a difference. Tesla was mentioned yesterday. Tesla mentioned that they're going to be also including a crossover to their Model 3 line. So while that definitely helps it for the bottom line, that's for 2020 though. So Tesla's one of those stocks that you're keeping in just because they have such a bright future ahead. But at the same time, the short-term volatility does allow for people that are able to play it well. But also, keep in mind, one piece of bad news and this is ripping 5% down. So it's all been good news right now. We had the other day where it moved down a little bit, 2%. But any sort of bad news, a Wall Street Journal article or something related to negative press for Tesla looks like it's going to be moving it down. My biggest winner of the day personally was SolarCity. I was really glad to see that moved in the right direction. With an IPO coming later on this week of 2 solar companies, it's going to in the right direction, and we're looking at energy companies and energy related stocks to be moving in the positive for the rest of this week. What's your guys' opinion for SolarCity? My opinion on SolarCity is that it's going to be going to 63 within the next 2 weeks. As we saw, if you look at the chart, it had hit 63, and that's kind of where it had its last resistance point, and then it cycled all the way back down right now. So I really believe that it's going to make a difference, and we'll move to 63. But in general, today was a good day, but at the same time, if you look at how the market closed yesterday, it was down about 0.5%. And we just kind of recovered that today. If you look at the overall Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500, it's been chilling in this range. We've had this dip, and we're kind of looking to break out of it. But I don't think that we're out of it until we have the next swing of earnings season. Right now, we're at the back end of earnings season, and once we get into that full swing of the new earnings season in mid-July to August, that's when we'll see another big breakout. Box was moved up 5% today as well, so that's something that's to look at. They had their IPO recently, they had good earnings, and a lot of people got in, and then there was a little bit of a sell-off, and now they're moving on their way back up. Tomorrow, with the Fed's meeting, we look at some volatility. I feel like today's green day is going to be starting off tomorrow a little bit in the red, just the fact that people are going to be doing their profit taking in case some sort of weird thing comes out from the Feds. But as expected, they're not going to be in September, and it looks like they will mention that probably, and a few key economic factors as well. Well, I appreciate you guys viewing this. Thanks for watching, and I'll be on later on to discuss some market movers for tomorrow. Thanks for watching this video, and as always, you can follow me on whatever platform you're using. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and share. Have a good night.